Hi everyone, this is Melinda Everett from Stampin' Up. Today we are going to put the flowers together, some of the other elements used in my Simply Zinnia layout. This will be video one for the layout. So right now I'm putting the flowers together. I cut all these pieces out with the Simply Zinnia dies. Just need a little dab of glue, put the two pieces of the flower together, and then put the base on top. I have some kittens in the area, so we may see some cats on this video. That's my norm here at my studio. They love to come help me. So I'm putting those together, and you can use if they don't go together well, if you've got tweezers, you can just kind of push them together if you use liquid glue. Hoping you don't see my cat. Our cats, yeah, there we go. Okay, so I got those done. Now we're going to do these. No cat. So I'm going to pick up these larger flowers. I'm going to put them together now. The orange one, it looks a little wonky, so I'm making that one the top one. You can look at them and they look a little bit different. I'm going to take my Stampin' Up! Bone folder and I'm just going to kind of mold these petals so that they look more real. I hate just flat. I love to have a little bit of difference between the flower petals so they look more real. I really like the way this looks. So, do any of you have cats? Just comment below and let me know if you craft with cats too. So there goes Molly. She's done. She's bored with me. She's not going to watch me anymore. Oh, but here comes Milo. See that big white paw? That's my 17-pound ragdoll. He loves to craft with me, and even more, he likes my glue dots. So I'm sitting here, I'm going to move this around, this top flower around. It's already been molded with my bone folder. I'm going to see where I want to put it. This is where I take a little bit of extra time. It's not going to be perfect. Flowers aren't perfect, but I want it kind of full, so I'm moving it around so most of the holes are covered. Now I'm getting Milo's glue dots. This is what he wants. And I'm going to put it in the middle of the top flower. And then once I get it onto the back, got to push real hard and it'll stay. Then I'm going to move it around again. I kind of got mixed up in putting the glue dot on, so I'm twirling it around again. This takes me longer than probably the whole process is getting this flower the way I want it. If you're not as anal as me, then don't worry about it. You can just put it on there and call it a day. So anyway, this is what I'm doing. I'm moving it around. Okay, I like it there, so I push it down. Now I'm going to put it on this red backing, and I want most of the red backing to be hidden by the flower. I just want it peeking through. So once again, I'm taking Milo's glue dots. See his big paw? He's going to grab them when I'm not looking. And I put that down. Then I'm going to put the glue dots away in my lap to keep Mr. Milo from him. Oh, and here we go. We got Molly back. She's inspecting my work, making sure that I've done a good job. Yeah, and she's being removed. So now I'm bringing in the Stampin' Dimensionals, and those are the pop-up dots. They're foam dots. I'm going to put it in the middle. Yeah, right there, because I like things to pop up. I like dimension. I'm going to put that middle there. That middle has been colored, or it's been glossed with Winka Stella that we sell. And now I'm going to put just a little bit of glue and put my prepared center of the flower on. Okay, we are going to make this little title here for our page, and I've covered this orange sheet of cardstock with tape, and I'm going to center the white negative inlay right over it so that the adhesive will be showing through. That way I can put each of these letters on. I'm going to make sure that it's down really well. I'm going to push on it real well, and all the little pieces. And now I'm going to take the black letters and put them in. What I have done is I have cut on the Cricut this particular image in white, in black, and in yellow. And so I am going to go ahead and place all these letters in here. So I flipped it over. These are the ones that I needed to save the white piece as well. So in order to make fewer mistakes, what I do is go ahead, when I take the white off, I just automatically put them in there. Now you see, the G isn't sticking well, so I'm going to add a little bit of liquid glue. Normally, that's what you would have to do. You'd have to go in and glue each one. And if you want to do that, you can, but I like the tape better. The tape just seems to be a little bit faster to me, and it really catches the majority of the letters. There's a few that I have to go back in and fix and add a little bit of liquid glue. But once you put your page protector over your page, it kind of keeps everything in place. So I have never had it become dislodged. So I'm going to put all of these in. There we go. And then I'm going to flip it back around, and there's all my black letters again. So I have them set in a different spot. Now that A's not wanting to stay stick. I'm going to make sure everything's where it's supposed to be. That middle piece may be dislodging it a little bit. And if I need to go back and add any adhesive to it, I can do that. You see, they fit right in, and it gives it a really nice look. It's ornamental, but it's a title as well, and I really, really like that look. Okay, and now I'm going to pick the yellow up. All I saved from it was the sun and the rays. So each of these are going to go in, and then I'm going to go back and look and see whether or not I need to fix any of these that are loose. But with the tweezers, I can push them in real well, and I make sure that they're where they belong. So, okay, I'm going to go back and see that end sticking up a little bit, so I'm just going to put a little liquid adhesive there. I see another one, and you can see it when it pops up a little bit, because there should not really be much dimension in this at all. Okay, now we're going to stamp this strip that I'm using in my layout. I'm going to adhere the strip to this Versamat I have, but you can use any grid. I just don't want it moving around. I have it centered. I'm also going to use Layers of Beauty. You Make My Heart Smile. Always cool to look through different stamp sets if you're looking for a particular sentiment. You don't have to stick with the same stamp set all the time. I'm using Memento ink just because that's the one I have, and it's the black ink that Stampin' Up! Uses. We are not going to color this, so you can use a dye ink. I'm now seasoning my stamp so that it will pick up ink well. I rub it on my arm until I see that it's cloudy. And now I'm inking it up, and I'm looking through to make sure. I love clear stamps because I can see whether or not it's actually picking up the ink. I'm now going to go to the center, and I'm going to kind of eyeball center where my stamp is. So there we go. I'm pretty happy with that. My stamp isn't perfectly straight on my block, but it's not off far, so I'm okay with it. And I'm going to go ahead and ink. Kind of eyeballing the distance. I could have measured, but I'm at times not a measurer. And I'm going to put it down there. Now either end I've got some white exposed, so I'm going to go get some Post-it notes. And I was trying to do it the easy way. It isn't going to work. I need just one Post-it note. And I'm going to lift that up with my tweezers and just stick it there. I really didn't want ink all over my Versamat. I didn't want to go clean my Versamat. It comes off, but just wasn't in the mood. If you're working on grid paper, you can just stamp. You wouldn't need the Post-it note. So, and I'm trying to make sure I don't make the paper not straight. The strip. Okay, I'm going to do that. And I've left room between them so I can put a dot. All of these will help me make it look. I'm using the Stampin' Blends, and I'm going to use the bullet. It will all make it look as if it's straight. It just helps the whole image, and you're not looking at each word. So there you go.